A Brexit-bashing journalist has been slammed after claiming Germans are reveling in the delicious schadenfreude at the UK's current supply chain crisis. In an opinion piece, Peter Tiede said despite his country also facing instability over who is going to succeed Angela Merkel and inflation running at 4%, it was still far better off than the UK. He claimed when Germans look at the UK's problem recruiting workers including lorry drivers, shelf stackers and farm labourers they cannot help but grin at your troubles. He said this has led to many of his countrymen expressing schadenfreude, a German word which roughly translates as experiencing joy at another's misfortune, towards Brexit Britain. While some rejoiners supported his provocative piece, others criticized it. German-British academic Professor Tanja Bueltmann slammed the article. She tweeted, "Discussions I have with family and friends in Germany are nothing like this. I'm not sure what the purpose of this was meant to be, but perspectives are much more nuanced than this implies." Also very sad to see that it's someone who writes for Bild who got this platform. Elliot Fonte said, "The blue-collar workers in the UK don't care about schadenfreude but they are delighted that their pay is not being driven down by cheap EU labour." Chris Rainford wrote, "I can guess Germany has bigger worries in working out how it's going to pay the tab for Southern Europe." Writing for The Times, he said, "We Germans have got our problems. We still don't know who our next chancellor will be, inflation is running at 4% and our electricity is getting more expensive by the day." But then we realize how much worse things are in Britain. No lorry drivers, no fuel, empty supermarket shelves. Ministers dependent on the army or prisoners to help. What's happened to you? Have you been in a war? Are the French on strike and paralyzing your island? Whatever the reason, thanks for making us feel better. Every time we see long queues at your petrol stations on TV, we experience a delicious schadenfreude. Germany cannot help but grin at your troubles. He added, "You voted for Brexit, you threw out foreign workers and you don't pay your lorry drivers enough. I hate to say it, but we did warn you this might happen. So forgive me if we on the continent are now snobbish about you in the way Britain was often snobbish about us." The truth is that Britain, and mostly England, succumbed years ago to simplistic populist politics peddled by the likes of Boris Johnson and Nigel Farage. You are finding out how it ends up.